All right, let's do some fan questions. No MJ, and I didn't get you the questions in time, Chin. So maybe we'll do it like this from now. I'm just gonna scroll through and try and answer as many as I can
Live.
live here. So let's see. At me underscore Brandon Scott, Chris D'Elia, Brian Callen, Chin. Got to fuck one, kill, or marry one. Go. Kill Brian. Fuck Chris D'Elia, marry Chin. How about that?
People ask that a lot.
Yeah, it's weird, man. So this is at Paul Caffrey 4. From a technical point of view, what makes Khabib so good at taking people down and dominating them? I think it's Khabib's. He's so good at the basics and he's so good at sambo. When he gets an underhook, most of mixed martial art fights, because of distance control and stuff like that, you always end up with someone always has an underhook. And you always end up closing the distance. And Khabib's the best in the world when you get to that point, which happens whether you're a striker, grappler, no matter what, you always get in those positions. You have to. It's going to be tough to stay away from the guy for 5 minutes and not get in some sort of clinch. But once you go to the clinch, Khabib's the best at the world when it goes there right away. And he's done that since he was 7 years old, wrestling grizzly bears, what the fuck he does in Dakistan. So he's just so damn good at it. Will Conor fight in the UFC in 2018? That's TJM182. Yes. What are your estimated pay-per-view buys for UFC 220?
220.
I'll say 650,000. I'll say 650 to 800,000. Stipe's never been a huge draw. DC's not a huge draw. The card outside that's not exactly a barn burner. Stipe Francis, DC Vulcan. I'll say it does around 650.
Jeez.
At Pudley _Pud. Why do you always shit on Bama? I know it's not like super offensive like other teams, but the defense is amazing. It's like watching Ben Askren, spelled Askren wrong, fight or GSP fight. They aren't always crowd pleasers, but you can't deny the technical matchup. Big fan. Happy New Year. You too, Pudley _Pud. However, I'm just sick of Bama. We're talking about college football for those of you. The Crimson Tide. I'm just sick of them. I respect the shit out of Bama, especially Saban as a coach. But I don't know. When someone's winning so much, and they're just not that fun to watch either when they win. Like that Clemson-Bama game compared to Georgia versus Oklahoma, it's apples and oranges as far as excitement. So I'm rooting for Georgia against your Bama Crimson Tide. It's not that I dislike them. They're just not that fun to watch. I also think SEC so overrated. It's not even funny. It's not even funny how overrated they are. Let's see. Who do I see as champ at lightweight at the end of 2018? It's all predicated on what Conor does. If I'm a betting man, probably Khabib. And that's from at Zach Johnson with 2 Ks. At Steve GT4. Hopefully you have a GT4, Steve-O. What's your favorite color fruit pastel? Fucking red or purple, for God's sakes. Who would say yellow or orange? Come on, man. At Keto Greatness, at _Keto Greatness. NFL playoffs. Who do you like this weekend? The LA Rams, baby. Home team. Denver sucks balls, so I'm a Rams fan right now. Terrible question. At Problem, like Marina. Your name's too long too, but that's whatever. Even though Khabib has never been champ, can he be compared to Jones? Sure as fuck can't. Doesn't fight often enough. Maybe he is 25-0, but you have to be more relevant. You have to beat better guys. You can't beat Barboza and be compared to John Jones. Should the UFC start making cheaper pay-per-view cards that are clearly not as good versus more expensive? Yeah, but once you go back, then people are going to have a problem paying forward. I do agree that they should, like, you know, you want more people to see the heavyweight champion of the world, Stipe, maybe lower the price. Stipe and DC aren't exactly pay-per-view draws, but they're amazing fighters and they should be. So, but once you downgrade the product, it's hard to go back. Ooh, that's a tough one. At u.rose97. You got Kardashian, Cardi B, and MJ. You got to kill, marry, or fuck one. Whew, okay. I'll marry Cardi B. I'll fuck Kim Kardashian. I'll kill MJ. At Flee My Flu. Why send questions? You answer back like 3 a week. Not today, bitch. Do I think Callan could beat up CM Punk? That's at DomLife89. Yes, I do. I wholeheartedly believe he could beat him up. At Ben1 Crowder. What was up with the sound on the UFC 219 card? Felt like you couldn't hear most of the commentary. Technically difficult, or UFC trying to phase out commentary? No, I don't think UFC is trying to phase out commentary. It's important, especially to your average listener. You need the commentary to break down what's going on. I think Dom just took over. That's what I think happened. I think Dom took over, which might not be a bad thing if you're a Dom fan, but I tend to like a little more Rogan than Dom. I'm biased. At Cloud Worldwide, what do you think about Jimmy Smith maybe being signed to the UFC as commentator? He is signing with the UFC. Can Lomachenko beat Mikey Garcia? Yes, I think Lomachenko beats Mikey Garcia, but it's a fun fight, and Mikey Garcia is so technical, sound, and tough, it's going to go all 12 rounds, and he won't quit. Guarantee he doesn't quit on the stool. At Steve Eyebrow. Hopefully you have a set of brows on you, Steve. At Brendan Schaub. Is Holly home? You said Holmes. It's Holly Holm. I learned a tough way, too. I got eaten alive on the internet for that. Just a one-time giant killer. Her claim to fame is a high kick. I just never understood the hype. I disagree with that. I don't think she's a one-time giant killer. She's beat some good girls. She's beat, she got fucked over in that Dranamine win. She went the distance with Cyborg. She beat Ronda when no one thought she could beat Ronda, when everyone was calling Ronda the Mike Tyson. She's fell in some hard times, but she's done a lot of good things too, man. I don't think she's overhyped. I just think Cyborg's a bad matchup for her. She got fucked by Dranamine. She got outclassed by Shevchenko. And the Misha Tate was a Hail Mary. Misha won that fight, but Holly Holm is one of the greats. Her record would beg to differ, but she is. At J Humper 3. What's the rumors of Mayweather versus Nate Diaz? There are none. I have no inside info for you. That ain't happening. At Travis _the_turtle _Trent. Dude, you got to shorten your name. How can I get a Portland signed poster? Come to Portland. I'll sign your poster. What was my fight of the year? It wasn't in MMA. It was Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko. At Javier Berg, what would be your game plan against Ngannou? Not to fight him. Or I'd come in with wrestling shoes and a singlet on and headgear and not strike with him at all. At Casey _Akai, what do you plan to expand on your career in the new year? Showtime in E and some other stuff in the works. Coffee Company 2 about to drop. At Kalowak, what are your thoughts on Mackenzie Dern's UFC debut? Love it. Glad she's in the UFC. One of my faves. At Josh R. Bate, you're getting put to death. What's your final meal? Am I still keto? Is it a cheat meal? Do I want to feel like shit?
Final meal is definitely whatever you want. Cheat, whatever.
Do I want to feel heavy and bloated as I'm getting put to death? Do I want to worry about my stomach and shitting my pants? These are all things I need to know, people. Probably pizza, though. A delicious pizza from Justa Takeaway. Does Professional Jiu-Jitsu have the potential to grow like other aspects of MMA? Nope. That's from at John's Tran. It would have already happened, my man. If you were in your own movie, what would the title be? Fuck. Probably something Stay in Your Lane with Brendan Schaub. At Way Lugason, why do people keep underestimating Conor McGregor despite all his accomplishments? I don't think they're underestimating. The thing is just like any professional sports team, whether you're a Lancaster fan, Real Madrid, Manchester United, Manchester City, people pick teams, and you always hate on the other team. So in fighting, people pick teams, and you always undermine the other fighter. It's no different. I don't think they actually dislike Mayweather, or dislike Conor, or dislike Tony Ferguson, or Khabib, or Anthony Joshua, or Deontay Wilder. But you pick teams, so everyone's pretty defensive of their team. But also, negativity feeds off a group. No one wants to be negative and alone. So negativity breeds. You go to YouTube, you go to Instagram where people allow haters. You go to YouTube comments, even Fire the Kid or any channel, any Kevin Hart, The Rocks, anyone who has a YouTube channel. Look at the negativity that's bred in there. It's a community of negative people and Cheeto fingers. That's what happens. The world just keeps moving on. There's always going to be those people. At Turner M80, did it ever come out how Megan Anderson was injured against Cyborg for 221? Not injured, visa issues. Timing on the keto box and coffee at bcomo333. Coffee, I'll say March. Keto box, March. How many more should we do? 2 more? I feel like we're flying through them. I feel like we should do that like this from now on.
That's actually better.
Right? So we answer more.
People like it coming out of your mouth too, I think.
At Patterson Patty 86, how about some fat kid size shirts? Double X ain't working, my man. Put all biases aside, who do you think would win between Khabib Conor? Stuff to say right now. Depends if Conor catch him coming in. 5 rounds, the later rounds, we haven't seen Khabib in the later rounds, so great fight though.
Still here.
Still here.
Still
Going
here.
through them. You got to get through the trash.
Trash. Do 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 do. Da, 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 da.
Let's do 2 more. Some weird ones on here. At John Rod DWRX. Hopefully you have a Subaru WRX. After his performance against Barboza, does it change the way you view match between Khabib and Tony? No. I mean, people forget how goddamn good Khabib is at grappling, but I think you realize how bad his striking is in that fight. But other than that, I think you also realize how much of a badass Khabib is. I think that fight between Khabib and Tony starts on the ground. Any chance we can get Brian Brennan on a hunting show? Yeesh.
No? Yes, right?
It'd have to be the right thing.
Meat eater.
Let's find one more here. Sorry, guys. There's a ton of them to go through. What's the over-under? We can end on this one. Well, I'll do 2 more. So, at Anthony _ Kogo, what's the over-under on the number of interim titles we have by the end of 2018? I'll say 4.
4, that's a lot.
Yeah, I'll say 4. And then at G.I. Josen, what's your training split look like weekly, and what's the next exercise you find benefits and recommend that someone could add in the routine? Big Brown Breakdown all day. Appreciate you, man. Love you. My training split, I hit mitts 4 times a week with Glenn Holmes at Box and Burn. And then depending if we go an hour, if we go half an hour after, I do circuit training. So like today I hit mitts for 30 minutes and I set up a circuit of heavy tire flips, battle ropes, pull-ups, medicine ball slams, and jump rope. I do stuff like that. And then one day, usually on a Wednesday, I'll do just heavy deadlifts, and that's it. But like 10 sets of heavy deadlift. That's it. Nothing crazy. Should we end on that one?
Sounds good to me.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. That was fun. We got more questions answered. Appreciate you guys sending them. You make the show possible.